Hi everyone. So today I'm going to explain about decision making statement in Java. So, so why we use decision making statements in Java is like suppose if we have a block of code, we need to execute based on the condition. So based on the condition, right? So we should write a conditional and based on the condition is satisfied, then our program is allowing to execute the different part of the code depends upon the condition is matched. So the decision making statements in Java are primarily four types, namely like if statement, if else statement, if else and if statement, and last one is switch statements. So let's learn one by one and deeply and with some programming example. The first one is like if statement. So what is the if statement? So in Java, so to evaluate a Boolean conditions. So what is meant by Boolean condition is so whether the condition is true or false. So based on that, it will return a Boolean result. So based on the Boolean result, so to execute your block of code, so we'll write a kind of code sum in the block level. So that condition is satisfied, then we'll execute the particular code. So the coming to the syntax here, so there is a if and followed by a condition. So condition in the sense like suppose if I make a condition like a greater than b, so this is evaluating of this result a greater than b. Suppose if we give a value and b value, so based on that evaluate the result will be a true or false. Whether a is greater than b or b is greater than a. So it depends upon the value which you pass in the runtime. So that time the condition is true, then the block of code will be executed. Otherwise, the rest of the code will be executed. Okay. So here a equal to like 8, for example. Okay. And b equal to 9. So then, so if the expression is evaluated, so which means what will come? The result is the Boolean condition result is true. So true in the sense this kind of block of statement will be executed. So if it is a false, when it will be cross, like a value is 9 and b value is 6, then that um, so a value is a 9 and b value is a 6, then that it is a false statement. The result, the evaluation of this condition is false, then this more false statement, the rest of the code will be executed. So that is the thing. Okay. So I'll give some detailed example, programming example. So no problem. So let's move on to another one. It is a if else statement. So in if else statement in Java, so when we use this, we have a multiple condition. Suppose we have a set of blocks, depends upon the multiple conditions. So we have to take a decision to execute our program. So that is the case. We can add a multiple conditions. So if else statement we call it. So if statement. So for example, if statement a greater than b or whatever the condition is can be. So this kind of block of code will be executed if the condition is true. Then if condition is false, then directly it will execute the next statement, right? Similarly, you can see here we start the flowchart diagram. In that flowchart diagram also we can see the start of program and if there is a expression, the evaluation of expression based on the condition. So whether it is a true that if if block will be executed, otherwise it will be moved to the else statement, else block, and it will be executed and the program will stop. Okay. So that is the one. So next, the final one is like if else and if condition. So statement. So this statement, suppose we have a multiple condition, but so that should be followed by a chain condition. So we have a multiple condition we need to verify in the chaining process. So which means like if condition having a else if condition, again else if condition, something like you have multiple condition inside the condition. So we should go for this one. Okay. So let's write a example for each of them, each of the statements, and we'll deep dive into that. Okay. Let's example for the first statement, if statement, and so just I'm writing a class name as a if statement example. Okay. So, so let's so my class name is, what is my class name? My class name is if statement example, and I'm writing a main method. So as we know, everybody know, right? The main method to execute your program from here. So in Java, so that is the one. So here, let me write a some kind of output statement. So let's statement one and statement two, okay, and statement three. So there are three statements in my program. So what I want to do here is, suppose here in my program, my objective second statement we should execute based on the condition. When the condition is satisfied only, so that particular block of code will be executed. Suppose a greater than b, a greater than b, right? So then that time only, so my statement two should be executed. So this is a kind of syntax. Okay. So here I will declare int a equal to like 8 and int b equal to int b equal to 9. So let's see that yeah, equal to 7 and int b equal to 9. And then after we need to execute the statement first one. So the second statement, which is executed based on this condition. So whether this a greater than b is satisfied, which means this condition expression is true, then that this block of code, which means that the statement two will be executed. Otherwise, it will skip the statement and the third statement will be executed. So what we are doing here is based on the conditional. So we are executing this kind of coding like a block of code to be executed. So we want to skip when we can skip when the condition is false. So if the condition is true, then statement one and statement two, statement three will be executed. Let's run this one. So then we come to know. Yeah, you see the result of the program output is statement one is executed and statement two is executed, statement three is executed. Suppose, suppose I change the value to like 27. So a equal to 27. So this time a is greater than and b. So this condition is false. So this time it will skip this execution because the only if condition the evaluation is to only execute this block of code. Now it is a false condition. The result will be false. So then we should get that of we are skipping this kind of block of code. So let's run this one. This time the statement one and statement two only execute. So this is about the if condition. Okay, and next move on to like uh, this if if and else statement. So here we need a multiple condition, right? So let's for that example, and this is the same example, we can write else part. Okay, so else block, and that else block also we have a one more statement called uh, third statement. Okay, so the third statement, and this is the last statement. I updated to like fourth statement. So in this current program, currently we have statement one, statement two, statement three, statement four, and the statement two and statement three are based on the if else, which means the if condition is satisfied or true, then that this the statement two will be executed. If the condition is the first block of code will be executed. So that is the way it will be executed. Okay. So now suppose if I change back the code to 7, that time what is the output here? So output is like so a greater than so b, right? So what is the a value? A value is 7 and b value is 9, which is the expression is 2. Okay. So the true. So which means this kind of statement, statement two will be executed, and it will skip this execution. So this else statement will not be executed. So what we will see the result: statement one, statement two, and the statement four. So we are not executing the else because the condition is false. So when the else condition will execute, when this expression evaluation will become so false, then only the else execution, the statement 3 will be executed. Okay, let's execute this statement. So you see, statement 1 is the result of the output, and statement 2, which is a condition is true, and the block is executed, that if block is executed. And skipping that else block, and after that there is a one more statement, the last statement, rest of the code, which means this is the rest of the code is executed. Okay, so the next one is like one more example we have, right? So we have a like if else and if statement. So condition inside the condition. So let's see that as that also. Suppose we have a one more condition here. So when a greater than b, and have a condition a greater than c, something like, so we can add one more variable called c. So now you can see that uh, equal to 18, 17, then B equal to 19, and C equal to 4. So this time, like A is higher, right? So first it will check this condition. So A 17 and B 17 and B 9. So then this condition is false. So again, immediately check the else part of the code, and it will check this if condition. Okay, inside the condition, right? Again, one more condition inside the condition. So first of all, it is yeah, C A is 17 and C is 4. So which means it will be executed. So this time we can see that statement one and statement two. Sorry, statement three and statement four will be executed. Okay, so let me execute that one as well. Yeah. Statement one, statement three, and statement four. So this is the way we can categorize the way the decision statement, the decision making statement in Java. So whether you have a bunch of code, and based on the decision you want to execute or redirect your code to based on the conditional condition is matched, right? So that time we have to segregate our code to be a block of code which can be like satisfy the condition based on the if or else conditions, right? Yeah. Thank you, everyone. So